Alright, hey guys, what's going on? It's the Wrestling King 619 here, back at you with another video. And at any point in this video, if I yawn, I am sorry. It is after 1:30 in the morning. Alright, in this video, it is my health, diet, weight loss, and gym journey, plus my daily vlogs, part 56 through 67. Yes, I know, I'm bad. On Friday, so not last Friday, because last Friday was 4th of July, but the Friday before, I got to sleep in, and damn well I did. Both Lauren and Nicole weren't there. I woke up, and I want to say about 11:30, I woke up. Then I took a shower. After my shower, I went through some movies that Reggie gave me. Then Aunt Kimmy went... Then Aunt Kimmy was downstairs helping Mom work, and they went and got Taco Bell. I had one taco because it was literally 3 p.m. and I didn't have anything else prior to that. Then we went to Grandma's and I had 2 regular slices and a half a Sicilian. Then I had an ice and watched wrestling from the past Monday and did predictions for Night of Champions. Then Mom brought me to work and Reggie met me there. We are still in the midst of changing my hours for work, and me and Reggie talked to the manager. Yeah, if I only knew that now. They're not changing my hours now. On Thursday, when I was at work, I forgot to mention this in my previous video of my jelly vlogs, but my customer friend from Stop and Shop, Michelle, gave me $2. Then Friday, at work, nothing really else happened. I was just singing my little heart out while pushing carts, and I had my normal snacks on break. Then Reggie brought me home, and I had one more taco and some rice cakes. Saturday, me and my dad were supposed to see this duo band called Dawn and Susan, who Dawn knows my dad from the old neighborhood in Flushing. And they were also at the Tanger Outlets Food Festival earlier in June. But this Saturday but at this time they got canceled because it was outdoors and it was too muddy. So we wound up going to T-Mobile to hook up my new phone because my phone finally came Friday night. This guy, his name was Charlie, and he had an exquisite English accent. I told him I like his accent. He looked a tad bit like Will Ospreay. He hooked up my phone and we left. Then we went to Five Below to get a cheap case for my Samsung 25, but it turns out that they only carry iPhone cases, and my case wouldn't be coming until Sunday sometime. And my friend Devin, and I saw my friend Devin at Five Below. He works security there, and I said I think they're playing favoritism because only having iPhone cases. And then I asked him if it was just this store or all the stores, and he said yeah, he said that he doesn't know about all the stores. He just says that this one in particular doesn't have them. I was kind of happy that the show got canceled because that meant that I could watch Night of Champions, and since it was in Saudi Arabia time zone, it was 1 p.m., so I watched and recorded the whole thing before I went to work. Then Dad left after the first match, but me and Grandpa were watching it the whole way through. In the middle of the first match, Cody and Randy Orton, Mom came home with groceries, so I helped her bring them in, and still got to see the ending. During the wrestling, the neighbors in front of us, the neighbors in front of them, so like around the block, so like Like, depending on, like, where you stand, it's either the neighbors in back of us or in front of us, or whatever. Well, the neighbors in front of them or back of them. Well, they live right next to, like, a halfway, like, drug house, whatever. We're blasting Mexican music, and not only is it obnoxious, but the neighbor in back of them is going through chemo. Then I was watching some YouTube, and then dinner, which was pizza again. I had 2 regular slices. Then Mom brought me to work because Reggie doesn't do it on Saturdays in June and July because that's when power washing is the busiest. Nothing much happened at work. I had my normal snacks, the 200-calorie snack packs from Aldi's and a fruit cup. Then Mom brought me home, and the music was still going on. And see, these people don't stop until like 2 in the morning. We have an 11 p.m. limit. If the cops come, they just turn the music off and then turn it right back on when they leave. And that's not fair. Sunday, I think I woke up like after 12. I took a shower and then I made myself a ham and cheese sandwich on 40-calorie bread with mayo. Then my wrestling school was putting on a show at Mulcahy's Bar at 3 p.m. I got there literally at 3 p.m. I also found out that Chase Rice is going to be playing there, the country singer, on August 16th. But they have a wrestling show that same day, so I can't go. It was also the Hall of Fame for NYWC 2025. Big Time Tony Burma, Dan Barry, and John the Shorthing Shane all got inducted. It was a really great show, and Burma also won the world title on the same night of being inducted into the Hall of Fame. During intermission, I had 1 Miller Ale. I also got 7 more subscribers, and after it was all done and I helped take down the ring, it was me, Dirty, Sage, and Kylie from NWA outside Mulcahy's, and one of the bartenders asked if we wanted drinks on the house because Mulcahy's was basically like closed or whatever, and we're like, sure. I mean, like it's free basically, yeah. So I had another Miller. Then we went around the corner to the after party at the Riverdale Inn, and I had a cheeseburger with fries, but it was on an English muffin. During the time I was there, I had a Sam Adams, a Corona, and a Jack Daniels on the rocks. I also met a beautiful woman named Jessica, who's friends with Dickie, which is one of my coaches. I was basically talking to her the whole night. She has a flight in the middle of the night to Florida because her dad isn't doing good. He has stage 4 cancer. Lymphoma, I think. She doesn't like hugs, but she let me hug her, and I assured her that's going to be okay. Then Dirty and Lexi drove me home, and when I got home, first of all, I wasn't like drunk, but I was a little tipsy. Then Dirty and Lexi drove me home, and when I got home, I was going crazy looking for my new phone, texting Dirty and calling the bar on my mom's phone. It turns out I had left my phone in their car, and will be getting it back Tuesday when I go to training because he lives almost an hour away in Rocky Point, and he was already in bed. On Monday, Lauren and Nicole weren't there, so I got to sleep in. I basically just watched YouTube and took a shower until dinner, which was taco pasta. And then Mom brought me to work. Dirty was in the area and dropped off my phone because I think he was also going to the school. So I got the next day instead of Tuesday. Nothing really much happened at work. And on break, I had my normal snacks. Tuesday, Lauren came over. She thought she was coming at 12, but that was actually the week after, which was last week. But it was normal times. So mom brought me to Caffeine Academy, social media, and Lauren picked me up, and I finished and uploaded another video. It was the wrestlers who got released in 2024 till now. And now I'm making another video of all the wrestlers who got fathered and grandfathered in. Then me and Lauren went to this park with a lake that it wasn't that interesting. Then we went to Applebee's and we both got burgers and an appetizer of boneless wings and cheeseburgers. Oh yeah, we also got fries too. Wings, the cheeseburgers and fries. Then we went to Marshall's because a while ago, which Marshall's is also in the same shopping center. Well, because a while ago I found The Rock and a Hulk Hogan shirt there, but no luck this time. And then we went to King Cullen for her to pick out a cake because it was her mom's birthday. Then, after we got home, she left and I watched some YouTube until dinner, which was taco pasta again. And then mom brought me to wrestling. After I came home, I took a shower, and that was it. Wednesday, Lauren brought me to my other social media place, but it was the library instead of our usual spot, and we'll be there for a while. I was having trouble with logging into the Wi-Fi for like 15 minutes, but I got in and finished and uploaded a video. Then we went to Target to get some stuff, and I got 4 wrestlers, which I will be showing on my next Wednesday wrestling figure review. I forgot the day I got them was Wednesday, otherwise I would have done it then. We also were throwing a rubber football in the aisle and got yelled at. Then I went home and had lunch, turkey and 40-calorie bread with mayo, and then I went to Petco to apply for a job because my job is pissing me off. Because one person says that I'm good to work 2 to 6, and then another person says I'm not because all the positions are full. And I have so much to do at nighttime. I have been asking for over 2 years. But I've been consistent with it for over a year, since last April. So yeah, I'm pissed off. They said they weren't hiring. The Petco and Bayshore said that they weren't hiring for grooming, but the West Babylon one should be. But they also did say that they were hiring for store, stuff, because someone did just quit. But anyway, I said thank you, and I gave them my resume. The funny thing is that the West Babylon Petco, and there's also a PetSmart down 2 blocks away, is that the PetSmart is literally right next to my Stop and Shop that I work at. Then I went to the gym. My wrestling friend, John, aka Giorgio, said to do 15 minutes of running on the treadmill, but I only did 12. But I got up to a mile, 135 calories burned, 150 heart rate, inclined a little bit, and 5 speed the whole way through. Plus, I did some machines that works on the arms, the fly reps, the bench press, etc. Then we came home, and not too long after that, she left, and I took a shower, and Dad came over. We had dinner, pork loin, green beans, baked potatoes, corn, and biscuits. Then I practiced my guitar until Dad brought me to Rock and Roll You. I sang I Go to Extremes and Keeping the Faith, both by Billy Joel, and with guitar I practiced more on the chords, and next Wednesday I am going to pick a song and practice it, so I don't just practice the chords, so I actually practice the song. And the song I have is Leaving a Jet Plane by John Denver, because it is C, G, and D, which I could actually play all 3 of those chords. C is like, I'm not taking out my guitar right now. It's almost 2 o'clock, and everyone's sleeping. But yeah, maybe one day I'll show you guys. Then me and Dad went to the Heritage Club in Bethpage, Long Island. And there was a band called 70s Rock Parade, and they were playing there. We stayed for about a half an hour because my dad's hand was hurting him, like always, because he has rheumatoid arthritis. We had beers too. I forgot what beers we had, but then I just remembered though. I think we had Coronas. I'm not positive, but I think we had Coronas. No, wait, maybe Modelo's? I don't remember. Well, anyway, then we were leaving the parking lot. I looked on Facebook and I found out that Rob Ferretti, aka Nuke, an OG wrestler from my training school, sadly passed away. I literally just saw him the Sunday before. I literally just saw him the Sunday before at Mulcahy's. He was literally wrestling that same day. But he wasn't breathing right Tuesday night and just didn't wake up and had a heart attack. I'm going to be going to the funeral tomorrow. Then Thursday, Lauren came and I had a banana and 2 hard-boiled eggs. And then we were on our way to T-Mobile because I know I didn't change my passcode on my phone, but it wasn't turning on. I tried a different code and it worked. I think what happened was when I had no Wi-Fi in the library for like 15 minutes, we were trying everything. But I do remember putting in that passcode that I tried and had it turned on. But I didn't think that would be the passcode for my phone, considering it was on my laptop. Oh, whatever. But then I cleaned my room, and then we went to my therapist. What? Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that was Wednesday. Never mind, yeah. Then I cleaned my room and went to the therapist. And after that, we came home and I had a turkey sandwich on 40-calorie bread with mayo. Then we went to PetSmart right by Stop and Shop that I work at to see if they were hiring. They said that they weren't sure, but to apply online, which I did. And then a couple days later, I think it was this past Saturday, I called again and they said that they're mainly looking for weekends. They're looking for weekends, but also some weekdays too, which I'm like, okay. Yeah. The other, like all of the Petcos and PetSmarts that I applied to, right? They all accepted my. Well, they didn't really get back to me, but they all said that we looked through your resume and stuff, and if you like what we see, we're gonna hire you and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, okay, like I got the email and stuff, but not that it's not like I'm hired or anything. I was watching Scooby Doo for a little bit, and then Lauren left, and I took a shower and then had dinner, and then Reggie, which I actually forgot what I had. Then Reggie brought me to work. Nothing amusing at work. I had my normal snacks on break. The 200 calorie Aldi snacks. My normal a snack packs and a fruit cup. Then he brought me home, and that was it. Then Friday, which was 4th of July, I took a shower and then had lunch. I had no more 40-calorie bread left, so I had to use regular bread with ham and cheese sandwich with mayo because there also wasn't any turkey left either. Then Mom brought me to work. I actually had work from 2 to 6, but only for that day. And I did the carts. And had my normal snacks on break. And also, my customer friend Joan gave me $5. Then I picked up a Then I picked up a case of Pabst Blue Ribbon, and Mom picked me up, and we went to my dad's friends, Chris and Kim's house, which I haven't been to their house in years, since 2023, because of my stupid managers for not having me take off on a Friday or a Saturday night, even when I ask. This is my first 4th of July since working with the company that I could actually have a 4th of July party that I actually having to do at night. And that's all because of work. See, I don't know what it's like to not call out or not have work on a Friday or Saturday night and go to my Boy Scout meetings, or just spend time with my dad and see a local band, or go to wrestling school on Thursdays. Anyways, I was at Kim and Chris's house, and it was me, my mom, my dad, his girlfriend Kristen, her daughter Lexi, obviously Kim and Chris and their 3 sons, Brandon, Jordan, Cameron, Jordan's girlfriend Brianna, and her parents and brother, and their friend John, and Kim's friend Stephanie, plus their 3 dogs, Chewy, which is a Chinese Shar Pei, Chase, which is a St. Bernard, and the newest member of the family, Frankie, which is a Golden Retriever, which is named after Kim's brother who sadly passed away last year. And they also have 2 parakeets, too. I had dinner, and because it was a holiday, and Friday, it was my cheat day, even though I didn't go to Grandma's. I had 2 cheeseburgers, a hot dog, some ribs, grilled chicken, and mac and cheese. Then me, Jordan, and Brianna's brother Gio were in the pool playing volleyball. Then Chris is also a guitar player, much more advanced, obviously, and we were playing together. Then I went inside, and me and my mom were playing with the dogs, and Chase tried to hump me multiple times, and Mom got on video. Then I played guitar some more, and then had dessert, and then dessert time. It was a fruit pie. Then it was a fruit pie, a fruit truffle type thing, where there was cake mixed in with fruit. So there's 2 separate things. Then and donuts, which I had a little bit of each. Well, actually, I obviously had 1 donut. And also, Kim told Chris, like, you didn't think that, like, you would ever, like, sit down and talk to Michael and have a beer with him, right? And he's like, no. Yeah, and, then I went around the block to see some fireworks with a bunch of the other people from the party, and it was fun. Then we went back to the house and settled down. Oh, this is where I said it. I was talking to Chris for a while, and also had a lot of salted nuts. Can make a lot of jokes right there. You know, they have a lot of, they have dirty minds, when playing together with the guitar and salted nuts. Literally, I can't even get into it. I also had 5 beers, not like back to back, but I mean, I was probably like 1 like every hour, I would say. When I was there, I had 2 PBRs, 2 Budweiser, and 1 Heineken. We said our goodbyes, and then we left. When we came back home, someone was in the street with their car. They had a flat tire and asked if we knew how to fix it, but we didn't, so we went inside. Saturday, I basically didn't really have anything to do, except Saturday, I basically didn't really do anything except watch YouTube, shower, and then dinner, which was taco pasta again. Then Mom brought me to work. One of my customer friends, Lee, I gave her a card like I always do, and she says, I really appreciate it. Oh, she said, I really need it today. I just came out of the hospital. She's an older woman, and she said, I have congestive heart failure, and she gave me $5. My grandma and Yeah, my grandma and my mom's boyfriend also had congestive heart failure. But I mean, my grandma's still alive. But I mean, my mom's boyfriend also had congestive heart failure, but he didn't die from it. He died from. Watch my video from February. What else? Sunday, I took a shower and then had breakfast. One hash brown, 2 strips of bacon, some scrambled eggs, and a plain bagel with cream cheese. And then I went to wrestling training. We were having a memorial barbecue at the school for him on Thursday, which I made it work at, and my job for 2 to 6 I'll be working, because the memorial will be like during wrestling training, during wrestling school from 6 to 10. Then we watched some of the matches from Mulcahy's, and then I did rolls, pin drills, and stomp and strike practice. Then me, Dirty, Dickie, Matt, Jordan, and Nikki all went to Chili's. And then Lexi, Dirty's girlfriend, came later. I had a Budweiser and like 4 waters. I mean, they're free, right? I had a cheeseburger with the chips and queso. I had like the 3 queso and chip platter, and the enchilada soup. Well, I got 2 regular queso, 1 beef, and I got the enchilada soup instead of the fries. I mean, so I did make a kind of good choice. One of the waiters likes wrestling and noticed my Cody Rhodes hat and said, "You know, he's set to turn heel soon." And I said, "I heard." And his wife's cousin is VSK, Small World, right? I said, "I know you're not really supposed to be on your phone, but do you have YouTube?" And Nikki already knew where I was going, and I asked him to subscribe. And Nikki said, "You should tell them about our company first, and then your own." But we were all having fun, and whatever. And Dirty wrote down all the information for him and stuff. We had a fun time. Then me, Dirty, and Lexi were supposed to go to the Nostalgia Bar for karaoke night, which we haven't gone there in like 2 months. But they were too tired. So they brought me back home, and I finished my puzzle and watched YouTube. Monday, I had a banana for breakfast, and then Nicole came only from 9:30 to 11:30 and went to Target, and we went to Target, and I saw someone from Boy Scouts. The reason why she came for 2 hours is because from Monday to Thursday, her kids are in camp for that time. And all 3 of them together, 9, 7, and 11, are a handful. The bickering. Ugh. Then I folded my clothes and watched Scooby-Doo, and then started a new puzzle. Hold on. Yeah. And watched YouTube and took a shower and had dinner. 4 slices of Domino's pizza, which is equivalent to 2 regular slices. Reggie brought me to work, and I had my normal snacks, and YouTube shout out to Jilly, JILLYYY, well, the letter Y 3 times, reacts. She was live, and she answered my questions, which was really cool, which was actually the first time that they actually recognized me on the live chat, that I did not even, and I never even had to give them a super chat, which I never did anyway. That's probably why they never recognized me. Then he brought me home, and I watched YouTube and finished another puzzle. So yes, I finished that puzzle within 1 day. It was a 1,000-piece puzzle too. Tuesday, I had a banana, and then Nicole brought me to Caffeine Academy social media for an hour. Then we came home. She left, and I watched Terror in the Woods with my dad. He was also there because he had a doctor's appointment close to my house. I had some Buffalo Wild Wings that my sister didn't want, and then we left to go to the appointment. It was just a checkup, and she checked his blood pressure and did an ultrasound, but on his hands and feet because he has rheumatoid arthritis, and something with his feet too. That's equivalent to like rheumatoid arthritis in the hands. I forgot what it's called in the legs and the feet. But anyway, uh, the ultrasound, but like the jelly, but it was but on the hands and feet, and it was called a venous Doppler. And also the nurse or doctor or whatever, she was cute too. Then we came home and I went to my grandma's real quick to pick up an air conditioner. And I also put on Raw on Netflix for her from June 30th. I would have watched it with her on Friday, but I was at the 4th of July party. Then I came home and Dad left shortly afterwards, and then I took a shower and a nap. I didn't realize the time, and I woke up at 6:30, and I still had to eat, so I was a half an hour late for wrestling. For dinner, I had beef tenderloin, mashed potatoes, carrots, and a salad. At wrestling, I ran the ropes, did cardio, a shoulder tackle, but try not to go down drill. And then I also refereed matches. Well, actually, not matches, but like heat drills, which were like basically like full on matches. And I also took heat too. Then Mom picked me up, and I took another shower because I was sweaty, and I made a couple of videos like this one, and started another puzzle while I watched YouTube, and that was about it. So I know this video is over 32 minutes long. I'm gonna try to keep it probably 2 videos a week, with my daily vlogs. If you guys stayed this long, it's after 2 in the morning. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm probably gonna be doing a live in the next week or so on this exact channel. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, and this is Wrestling King 609. And catch you next time. Peace. I'm slurring over my words. I'm so tired.